Hello and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Isn't that a delightful sight to see Matador Puchov at the summit of the table, 2 points ahead of
Považská Bystrica,
who have made a bit of a comeback in the latter half of the season. The last time they lost was against us all the way back in November. We're now in May. They haven't lost since then, so they've been playing very well in the second half of the season, but not well enough. We are sitting 1 point away from the title. We're only 1 point away, I think, because the league sorting rules are based off results between teams first, and in our 2 games against
Považská Bystrica,
we lost 2-1 away from home, but that one will be important as we won 1-0 in the home fixture. But more complicatedly, the teams are then sorted by results, then goal difference, which will be equal because it'll be 2-2, and then away goals, and we have that one important away goal, which means, I think, that we're 1 point away from the championship with 2 games to go. So if we draw against
Pohronie,
then we'll be champions, and if we don't get a draw against them, we only have to get a draw against
Podbrezová
on the last day of the season away from home. So hopefully we can wrap it up on the first day. Humenia have dropped all the way down to 5th after our dismantling of them. We beat them 5-1 and they've only won 2 games since. Look at how much red there is there. Even a 7-1 defeat, and they've just completely lost their heads after we tore them apart. The managerial support is shock abysmal, but on the manager profile we have a lofty 15% of reputation, and I think we had 5 when we arrived, so it's on the rise. We're still sitting at a 60% win ratio, which is exactly what it was when we arrived, which is nice. And Abergavenny, just to check in on them, are sitting 3rd in their table, but they're never going to go up. They're just perpetually stuck there, I think. And one last bit of housekeeping. Slovan Bratislava, the team that beat us, managed to win the cup in the end, so we did lose to the eventual winners, which puts a little bit of perspective on things. Here's the team then for the all-important, potentially final game that you'll see of the season. Evans in goal, Kozlowski, Koskovski, Mikolajewski and Simko as the defence. Sipka behind Pite and Malasec. Odua and Olejnik as the wingers behind Sifnios up front. Before we get into the game though, I have to show you this assist from Kozlowski. Well, it wasn't from him exactly, but look at that cross to Olejnik, who then hits it back to Sifnios from the last game that we won 2-0. Absolutely gorgeous stuff. One more time. Absolute daisy cutter that cut in from the left. I haven't seen many crosses like that. He's only got 7 crossing, but absolute fantastic cross. A draw will see us crowned champions. I expect nothing less, so I think my calculations have been correct. We have motivated the boys, but we haven't used many of these I have faith in these this season, so we might as well use them now. And we're here in Puchov for the final time, potentially, unless we have to play in the promotion playoff games. Pohronie are in the relegation zone, already being relegated, and we hopefully can just destroy them and seal our place back in the top division of Slovakia. We'll be in our beautiful black and red kits. I do really like them. I know I keep going on about them, but I do really like them. I'm going to encourage the boys at the start of the game. Come on! Pite with a free kick just outside the box, whips it in. Oh, he shoots from a mile out and he hits the bar. Oh no, he gets saved. It would have been a great goal, as the commentary says. I agree with that one. Malasek with a corner on the left. He's going to play it short to Pite. Pite is in the corner, gets it into Sifanos, who shoots, and the keeper saves it. Mikolajewski is there for the rebound, and we go 1-0 up. Come on, boys! It would be nice to win in front of our fans. We are playing 10 against 11, as one of the other team's players is out injured. Kozlowski trying to capitalise on that advantage now. Whips it in from the left. Headed out only as far as Lejnik, who then plays it short to Malasek. Malasek trying to find a killer ball. Plays it back to Lejnik. Lejnik on the byline. Plays it back to Simko. Simko whips it into Odua, the 6'4" winger. Was he fouled? Yes, he was. Sifanos to take the penalty to make it 2-0. Can the big Dutch forward do it? He has been prolific ever since he's come in. Can he add one more to his tally? He can. 2-0. That's what we like to see. And we have a throw on the left. Kozlowski to play it short to Pite. Pite back to Kozlowski, who plays it to Odua. Odua in the penalty area, shoots and makes it 3. We're all but there. I'm going to put my celebration hat on a bit prematurely, but I think the occasion calls for it. 3-0 now in the first half. Not even 25 minutes on the clock. We've had 7 shots, 5 on target and 3 goals. That is prolific for you. One of those was a rebound as well. It led to a goal. Now, what they called again?
Pohronie.
They have an attack. They're down the right. Kozlovsky picks up the ball and plays it to... Well, he just takes it on. He's just on a run. Plays it to Adua. Adua cuts inside and plays the ball back to Kozlovsky. Kozlovsky plays it back to Kozlovsky. It's hard saying them two all the time. Kozlovsky, Pite. Pite passes it into Malasek. Malasek to Olejnik. Olejnik shoots and scores 4-0. I think this hat's staying on, you know. Come on. 57 points. We could get 2 points per game if we win the last game of the season. I don't think we're going to show you that one though, because there's not a lot to play for. I think we're going to have the trophy lift here and now. Hopefully if the game registers it properly. Sometimes it doesn't, as we all know. Corner on the right. Pite with his left-footed delivery to Mikolajewski, who almost makes it 4-0 for now. Pohronie with a goal kick as far as Adua on the left. People are flooding forward and it plays to Sifanos. Sifanos plays it to Malasek, who then puts it out wide to Simko. Simko with a cross all the way over to Adua, who nods it down to Kovlevsky, who plays it short to Sifanos, and we are back in the promised land. We must be 5-0. What a season it's been. From mid-table mediocrity for the first half of the season, really, even though the points were quite close, to this absolute gazumption of the league. I'm pretty sure that's a word. Sipka with a header is only caught by the keeper and they look for a counter, but even if they score 5, we're still gonna win the league, so let me have it then. Let's be having you. Sipka with a short pass to Malasek. Malasek over to Olejnik. Olejnik to Simko on the right. Simko takes it down the right and whips it into Adua. Adua with a big head to Kovlowski, back to Adua. He shoots and he makes it 6. This is getting embarrassing now. I mean, the poor of the team have been relegated already. They're 6-0 down before half time. It's like there was a game this weekend just gone. QPR versus Coventry, there was 7-0 down, and if I was a QPR fan, I think I'd just be getting the first train home. And I think it would be the same sort of environment now in the away end. I mean, it doesn't look like there's many in the stands, but they wouldn't be sticking around for too long as we make it 7 just after the half. I think Adua's just got his 3rd of the game. I could be wrong. I'll double check just now. Yes, that's his 3rd. It's hat-trick for Adua. I'm pretty sure it was a perfect hat-trick. It might have been, might not have been. But 7-0. Absolute demolition job. Pite with a corner. This could be an all-time great. I think we had the record earlier in the season for it. Was it 7-1? Pite on the right. Whips it into Sipka on the edge of the box. Back to Kovskovsky. Out to Kovlovsky, who shoots from range. And it goes over. They're just taking the mick now. Olejnik on the right. I think we just need to calm it down, boys. But we might as well. We're only having one game this episode. We might as well just have all the highlights that we possibly can and try and break a few records. Olejnik tries to whip it in, but it's blocked by a defender who hasn't had the best of days. Kozlowski is taking it down the left, and he's going to try and whip it in, I imagine. He doesn't. He plays it short to Pite. Pite to Adua. Adua gets his 4th. 8-0. 52 minutes gone. I feel a bit bad now. But it's just a bit of revenge, really. I mean, we had 2 seasons of frustration at Abergavenny. We are finally not a nearly team. We are the ones. And we're just enjoying ourselves now. A season of absolute demolition, well, at least in the second half. They're in on goal and they hit the post. Would be nice to keep a clean sheet, but I'm not going to cry about it if we do concede. Kozak plays it into Kometo, and they do get that consolation goal. I think I'm just going to start playing defensive and trying to kill the game because I'm sick of commentating all these goals. We're going to go regroup, hold shape, and slow pace down like we did in that other game that we smashed, and then there was nothing in the second half. 8-1 on the board. Pite with a free kick whips it in from the right as far as Olejnik. Olejnik whips it into Mikolajewski, and the defender cannons the ball off Mikolajewski's face, I'm pretty sure, and it goes in 9-1. Amazing. Malasek plays it back to Evans. Evans has had not a lot to do today. A few attacks in the second half, but a pretty quiet day all in all. Jonik, their defender, plays it to the midfielder called Kozak, up to Hovart. Galavich lumps it up, and as far as Evans, who's going to do a few keepy uppies like you do on FIFA sometimes, or FC 25. Synios has the ball played up to him, but he can't get his head onto it. Kolovsky picks up a loose ball, plays it to Adua. Pite gets his head up, finds Sifnios again. Sifnios short to Malasek, who's trying to find the winger, Olejnik, but he doesn't find a pass. He just takes it on the ball to the right himself. Malasek back to Simko. Simko gets his head up, crosses into Sifnios. Sifnios, and he heads over. 9-1. And there we have it. The second division of Slovakia has been achieved. Look at them all. Look at the beautiful shirts. The red and black shirts with the white trim on the arms and white shorts. We've got the trophy here with the beautiful red ribbons on there. Looks just like the Slovakian Second League trophy. And here we go. Yay! Up the Slovakian boys. Matador Puchov. Up the Matadors. They don't have a nickname, I did check. What a season. Fantastic stuff. I'm going to put that behind me for the rest of the video. Fantastic. Matador Puchov win the second Liga of Slovakia. We clinched the league title after a turbulent season. We were down in mid-table until about halfway, where our form picked up from 9th all the way to 1st in the end, as other teams around us fell off a bit. But all in all, fantastic stuff. I'm not going to ask the players who've earned promotion clauses to waive their contracts. I don't think that's very fair. I think they've earned them. 4 goals for Adua, and we are the champions, my friend. As a little thanks for watching the video this far, or watching the series at all, and commenting and liking and all the rest of it, I'd like to invite you to name yourself after a Youth Academy player in the game. We've had a fairly good youth intake, and I'm going to put them behind me now. If you want one of those players that are behind me now, just say the name of the player, and then your name, and then just say that you want the player. Something obvious. It doesn't have to be cryptic, and it'll be yours. That's it. Nothing, no strings attached. It's just a little thank you to give back to you for being so supportive. It's been really appreciated. Now, there's no guarantee I'm going to use them, so don't complain if they're not playing, but they're there if you want them. And here we are with the FK Matador Puchov end of season review. There's the beautiful Liga 2 trophy that we've earned this season. Signing of the season is Markov Sifnios. Oh, in other news, we won the last game of the season 3-0, where Markos got a hat-trick, so not really questionable who the signing of the season was. We got a C somehow. He got 14 goals in 13 games. We have a lot of players that have come in this season, and a lot of good ones. Adua had a 7.36, he got a B. Pite, who will be moving on because he's on the decline, has a 7.3 and a C rating, which again is unfair. An A- for Filip Malasek and a 7.12 for the season, 5 goals and 9 assists. They were happy because he's on a low wage. In the league then, we got an A+, obviously we were champions, 60 points from 30 games, 2 points per game on average. We had an average home attendance of 774, which is 12% of the capacity. And in the Slovakian Cup, we got a B- for getting all the way to the quarterfinal before getting knocked out by eventual champions Slovan Bratislava, who will be our league mates next season. Goal of the season was Pite in a 7-0 win against Inter Bratislava, which I'm sure we had in a video. 40th minute strike from Pite. He whipped in a free kick. What a strike from Pite. Yes, I do remember that one. What a hit, son. Our biggest win was that 9-1 win that we just had on the last home game of the season. And the match to remember was the cup game against Žilina that I didn't show you. That's the only cup game that we didn't have in the video, unfortunately. But we did win that one against one of the best teams in Slovakia. Financially, sponsorships are slightly down. Broadcast revenue is nil because we're in the second division compared to the first division last season. Corporate and hospitality is up somehow. And competition prize money is higher because we won the league. We won a whopping £17,000. We remain at the same club reputation. And Pite, I told you he was cool. He is a very cool player. Was the highest shirt seller. Don't blame him for that at all. 316 shirts. 315 must have been Pite's. And then one person got all these players' names on the back of one shirt combined. Team of the season, obviously a 4-3-3. That's the only formation we've really played all season. Evans in goal, Kozlovsky, Mikolajewski, Koskovsky and Simko as a defence, which was our defence all season long. Sipka didn't manage to displace Hajovsky in the base of the midfield, but I would say he's probably a bit better. Malisic and Pite in the middle of the park. Adua, who came in for the last 10 games of the season, managed to get in for the team of the season. And Klups on the right behind Sifnios, who is up front. Pite got player of the season, obviously, a very cool player. The Mozambican Janino. Hajovsky got young player of the season. Signing of the season was Markov Sifnios, as already stated. Top goal scorer, even though he only came in for the second half of the season, was Sifnios with his 14 goals. And most assists was Pite with 11. That corner attribute coming in very handy indeed. Highest transfer received, Adrian Kopikov, £300,000. Youngest player, Sipka. Oldest player, Damon Koskovsky, who's probably going to be out the door because he's 34 years old now. MSK Púchov dared to dream, and thanks to a great run of results in the middle of the season, their promotion dreams came true. I just like looking at that trophy, it's beautiful. But that's the end of the episode. I really appreciate you watching. I hope you enjoyed. I enjoyed filming it. It was fantastic stuff. Finally, some success. I hope you can come back for tomorrow's video. I'll be here and raring to go for the summer rebuild. Click a video on screen if you'd like to. Leave a like on the video. Subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you in the next one.